U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Baron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues des championnats U Sport.
Welcome to the Mattamy Athletic Centre, the former Maple Leaf Gardens, one of the most historic buildings in the hockey world. Now it's home to the 2024 U Sports Men's Hockey Championship on CBC. Curtis Coleman here alongside Matthew Smith, and we will bring you this first quarterfinal matchup between the 8th seed Brock Badgers and the number 1 seed UNB Reds. This UNB entering this, riding a perfect season right now, a historic run. Meanwhile, Brock also not too shabby for an 8th seed.
Absolutely, Curtis. Like you mentioned, UNB looking for that perfect season, 35-0. They have 11 scores over 20 points. 4 of the top 10 scores in the country play on this team. 6-time AUS champions straight, 9-time national champions. We know how good this team is. The question is, how can Brock pull off this miracle, arguably the biggest miracle since maybe Lake Placid and Team USA and Team Russia, you can say. If that were to happen, it's going to be on the shoulders of goaltender Connor Ungar. I mean, he's been the best player for them, a .932 save percentage, 5th best in the country. He's going to have to stand on his head for them to have a chance.
Yeah, and we take a look at the bracket now. As mentioned, this is the 1 versus 8 seed matchup. UNB taking on Brock. Later tonight, we will see the TMU Bold taking on the Calgary Dinos. Then the Patriotes de l'Université Québec Trois-Rivières against les Aigles Bleus de l'Université de Moncton. And then UBC Thunderbirds and the McGill Redbirds.
Yeah, I can really tell your French is coming along. You've been practicing, you have. But yeah, some great matchups. Like we said, TMU, the host of this tournament, you know, that matchup is the teams that came second place in their respective conference championships. That's going to be a good game. UQTR is going to be a good game. All these games are going to be very exciting. This is what U Sports fans across the world or country have been waiting for.
I mean, it is the 8 best teams in the nation, theoretically. As we take a look at the head-to-head stats between these two teams, what stands out to you?
I mean, when I take a look, the first thing that jumps at me is that 35.7% on the power play, UNB. You know, you do not want to take a penalty against this team because they will make you pay for it, and we could see with that stat. On the other side, 17% throughout the season for Brock, but that's changed a little. I think it's up to now 25% in the playoffs. Their penalty kill has certainly been better, as we saw against the series of TMU. They really held them off the score sheet there. So, you know, keep this game 5-on-5 if I'm Brock, but we know how undisciplined UNB can be. So if you're Brock, you really need to capitalize on those power play opportunities.
Yeah, it'll certainly be important if they want to pull off the major upset. As we take a look at some of the top players on these teams, the leading scorers, their respective conferences MVPs.
Absolutely. I mean, Jacob Roach for the Brock Badgers, 40 points, OUA West MVP. I mean, he's been one of the main factors for this Brock Badgers success, and he's really going to have to show up tonight if they want a chance to pull off the upset. On the other side, Austin Keating, 50 points, the AU West MVP on the other side. I mean, this team is dangerous, but he has been especially dangerous 5-on-5, and especially Curtis on that power play.
Yeah, part of that lethal power play unit we've seen this season. We'll see if they're able to continue that for the University Cup champions. Of course, them being the defending champions, it's got to be a pretty big lack of pressure, I guess, almost. They got to feel pretty relaxed.
Yeah, they don't have the pressure, but they certainly want to go back-to-back champions and get that 10th title.
We will be right back with opening face-off. Stick around, because you're watching the 2024 U Sports National Championships on CBC.
de l'UNB, au centre, le numéro 23, Macaulay Carson. Désigné le numéro 26, Cameron Baber. Et le numéro 88, Isaac Nurse. À la défensive, le numéro 20, Eddie McCallum. Et le numéro 50.
You want to do starting lineups? Sure. Yeah.
Welcome back to the 2024 U Sports Men's Hockey National Championships on CBC. Curtis Coleman alongside Matthew Smith to bring you this matchup between the UNB Reds and the Brock Badgers, the 1 vs. 8 quarterfinals. As we take a look now is the starting lineup for the Brock Badgers. Out there for the team right now, Taylor, Boria, Roach, Bernie, Timken, and Unger in net. Meanwhile, for the Reds, they'll be looking at Richard, McCallum out there with Landry, Carson, Baber, and Nurse leading the way. And we are underway in the 2024 Men's Hockey U Sport Championship as the Reds have the puck. Landry. Cade Landry named to second team All-AUS. The AUS All-Star team packed with Reds members, of course, Matt.
Absolutely, Curtis. Like I mentioned, 4 of the top 10 scorers on this team, 4 of the top 10 scorers on defense also on this team. I mean, it's a luxury to have a defenseman have 30 points, but to have 2 of them have 30-plus points, I mean, that's certainly a luxury.
Already an unusual event. It was Nicolas Savoie, who had lost his helmet and dumped it down the ice, getting off for a quick change. Now, the Reds have it a shot. Quick shot misses wide from Petizian. Apologies. McKay. Pass across. Centering pass gets away. It'll be cleared by Ryan Thiessen.
I mean, UNB is moving the puck beautifully right now. We saw Unger was very much out of position. If that pass got through, most likely going to end up in the back of the net.
Dumped in by Cody Morgan. Kind of falls into a pocket where no one's able to play it, and McGillney just kind of throws it towards the net. It's blocked and deflected into the corner. Keating in there, battling for it. Thiessen gets it away and clears it. Regrouping, Colton Kammerer. Captained his team to the OHL Championship in 2022. So definitely a lot of stars in junior on this team. The other way, Ethan Sims starts and hit by Cale McCallum. National Defenseman of the Year. A stacked blue line for this Reds team.
Well, I like to call him Brother Mix, but like you said, Cale McCallum, 42 points. Adam McCormick, 41. I mean, that's unheard of for other teams to have two defensemen with 40 points on the season.
Long pass to Emmett Spruill. Spruill, shot. Pad save by Unger. He'll need to be huge tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, 932 save percentage, good for 5th best. I mean, the Rookie of the Year in U Sports, OUA West All-Star team, all-rookie team. He's going to have to be the best player tonight, Curtis.
I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but the last two U Cup MVPs have been rookie goaltenders.
Oh, here we go. Don't say that just now. Don't jinx him.
Diving play to poke it to a teammate from Matt Duarte.
No call there. Brock certainly thought it was a trip.
It'll be interesting. UNB does take a lot of penalties during the season. Jacob Roach, OUA West MVP, his pass out of reach for Burney, Tyler Burney. Sends it around the net. No one was there, so AJ Cook gets it back at the point. Sends it in and redirected around by Burney. A few players getting tangled up in the near corner. Petizian starts the other way. Can they get a rush going? Cole McKay chases it down and throws it around the net before being hit. Clearance by Justin Brack. Teams get in for a change. Sam McGillney, one of the rookies on this team, passes it up before getting decked, sent towards the net. McGillney comes sliding in. Puck's loose as Thiessen had McGillney pinned to the ground, pinned to the ice, and Unger was kind of trapped. Drops it back. Kammerer's shot misses wide. Brack plays it, loses it. Chased down. Around the boards, Isaac Nurse. McGillney towards the net, it's loose! And it's covered by Unger as some extracurricular activities in front.
Well, it's very clear what the UNB game plan is. You want to get bodies in front of Connor Unger. They know how good he has been this season. As we take a look at the replay from the point shot and the save by Unger, just loses sight of the rebound. It's loose in front, and you see immediately 3 UNB forwards on the attack. They're going to have to get players in front of Ungard if they want a puck from the point to get through, because he's been that good, and they're very much aware of it. And on the other end, Brock can really feel the pressure of UNB. So far, they've done a great job at getting that puck out and limiting scoring A chances. But they're going to have to start to get involved here on the offense, Curtis.
A couple words had in between McGillney and Jared Marino as they head to the bench. The faceoff is won by the Badgers, it looks like, but it's recuperated by Jason Wiltons. Behind the net, skating out with it. Zach Taylor, he won Defenseman of the Year for the OUA West. Timken dumps it in, and Samuel Richard plays it to the side. UNB, an interesting team because they really deployed a 2-goalie system the entire season as a wrist shot save made by Connor Unger. And as for Brock, they could not have relied more on Unger almost. Missed only 2 games this season.
Yeah, he has been their best player, their MVP. And we're just going to keep repeating that over the year over the game because it's very clear that he's going to have to be the one to show up if they want a chance to win.
Wilms pulls up from just outside the face-off circle, takes a wrist shot that's turned aside rather easily by Unger, and the puck bounces away from the offensive zone. UNB preparing to regroup, shots 5-0 already. Pass around. Point shot, gloved down by Unger and covered.
I mean, like you said, 6 shots already on net, Curtis. This team averages 42 shots per game, right? So they'll shoot from anywhere. They'll get traffic in front of the goaltender. So already hitting that pace so far. But like I said, Brock right now, 0 shots, a lot of time spent in their zone. They got to get it out and get the breakout going into the neutral zone through and into the offensive zone.
Matthew Barnes gets it, loses it, ends up making a hit instead. Nollet. Savoie. Centering pass in front off the skate of Thiessen and deflected wide. That was a dangerous scoring chance. The puck was near the crease.
It's good defensive play by Barnes there to hold up the stick and make sure there was no cross-crease goal.
Thiessen. Pass, try to get it out. Morgan turns around and is turned aside. Morgan gets it in the slot again. He scores! Opening goal of the tournament scored by Cody Morgan. And the Reds open things up.
I mean, just a perfectly placed shot by Cody Morgan. Top left over the blocker of Connor Ungar. I mean, we take a look at this replay. It was a pass outside from the corner, and nobody there defending Morgan as he gets the shot through Ungar. Perfectly beat. We're going to see a lot of this in the offensive zone, and Brock's going to have to make sure that all their assignments are checked and everyone's being covered, because they can't let people just skate into the slot uncovered and get opportunities like that.
Morgan, 9 goals, nearly a point per game in the regular season, but just 1 point in the playoffs, getting it on the board right away for this tournament. Cleared out. McGillney trying to get things going for another goal perhaps, but it's lost. Boria. Jonah Boria made national all-rookie team. Dances through the defense before dumping it in as Richard plays it around the boards. Very physical so far, as probably expect from a winner-go-home game.
Jonah Boria, rookie this year, made the all-rookie team, 20 points, good for 5th scoring on the team.
Landry passes it across. McCallum dances around and turns around quickly on the far side. Looking for Nurse, finds Landry on the near side instead. Passes it underneath. Isaac Nurse, shot misses high. Nurse tries throwing it on net again. That one misses wide. Landry on the near side now, into the face-off circle before dropping back out. McCallum from the point, blockered away by Unger. UNB maintains possession. Landry waits. Passes it to Baber, and they're going to have to regroup as bad pass from Baber leaves the zone. Brack tries deflecting it away. Nice spin around move. Baber backhands it to Macaulay Carson, but can't do anything with it. Centering pass in front. Baber fans on the shot. It was a grade A opportunity out of almost a funny bounce. And Unger got pretty lucky there.
Yeah, the old changeup shocked and surprised Unger as it just kind of glided to the side of the net.
Austin Keating takes it on the right wing, being hit. Keating centering pass. What a pass in front. Nolet turned aside.
It's a big save from Unger.
Stefan loses the puck. 3-on-2 the other way. Morgan got a goal already. Looking for Gilmore, who lost it. And it bounces off the ref's skate. Marino knocked down. Centering pass. Walks in. Shot misses wide. It was Gilmore in the slot, the Fair Sportsmanship Award winner nationally this season. Keating. Centering pass. Shot blocked in front. That was Corbet on the shot, and a couple bodies were there. Emmett Sproul deflects the clearance, so that won't be an icing. Less than 9 minutes in, shots already 11-0 for UNB. Offside called. That gives us a moment to stop.
I mean, the Brock players, they got to stop chasing these UNB players that are near the board side when all the action is going to happen in the slot. That's a couple of times now we've seen some UNB players now get some grade A opportunities uncovered in the slot, whether it's a defenseman, a forward. They got to make sure they leave that guy along the boards, keep him to the outside where Unger wants him, and you cover up that slot area where most of the goals are going to find their way in.
Played around. It's played by Boria, but picked up by Roach. Roach tries passing it out, gets deflected, keeps it. Roach skates around with it for a little longer. Back-to-back OUA West MVPs for Jacob Roach, who just had a heck of a career in U Sports, and it's deflected in by Bernie, I believe. Timken chases it down. Roach centering, looking for Bernie, but he was just a little too far on the kind of route he was running. McKay starts the other way. Tied up by Boria.
Watch the slot.
McKay in the slot. Savoie. Drop pass. Savoie sends it through. It's tipped wide. Petizian's shot blocked. Savoie tries throwing it on net. That's blocked by Zach Taylor. Savoie keeps it in. Behind the net. Nolet. Waits with it. Waits, skates it around the net. Now on the far side, looking to pass it into the slot. And it's cleared away by Tyler Burney.
I mean, that's perfect. Nolet, he was on the outside. Nobody was really covering there, looking for the people in the slot, and he didn't really have an option there. Brock's got to keep that up.
Dumped in by Gannon. Huge hit. Laid out by Christophe Cote. Carson the other way. It's a 2-on-1. McGillney, he lost the puck. What a grade A scoring opportunity. And then he just loses it. Gonna take a quick break for now. Stick around. You're watching the Men's U Sports Championships on CBC. CBC Sports is the home of university sports in Canada. Catch the best U Sports women's hockey teams as they face off in the 2024 GFL U Sports Women's Hockey Championship, presented by Connect Energy in Saskatoon. The action begins today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, the CBC Sports app, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC. Chase the glory. As we return to action, 1-0. UNB leads after a Cody Morgan shot from the slot.
Yeah, Curtis, I'm excited for that Women's U Sports tournament. Concordia, as we know, the unbelievable, amazing season. They're going to look for that national championship as well.
Play blown down in the corner. High stick called. Face off outside the offensive zone.
I mean, at TV, at the break, we saw the Brock Badgers bench everyone, the coaches. They're trying to get a message through. Clearly, they know they're being hemmed right now in their own zone, and they're going to try and get a game plan going to try and limit that and get some offense going in the other end.
Macaulay Carson takes it down the right wing, seems to muscle by a couple defenders, pass right in front, turned aside was Nurse. He was right and tight, and Carson somehow got behind just a couple defenders. Nurse shovels it on goal, save made by Unger. 12 saves already in 12 minutes. Savoie turns. His shot deflected away by Baber on accident. And it's cleared away finally. Nolay. AJ Cook. Brack. Looking for step in. Savoie gets it. Takes a funny bounce, kept in by the Badgers. Savoie regains possession. Stop. Drops for Barnes. Barnes to Stock. Long pass, looking for Cott. And it's picked off by McGillney. Starting the other way. Camera pass. McGurn dumps it in. Barnes. From his own end. Bounced off the boards. McGillney turns in a battle for a puck on the near side. Boards with Thiessen. McGurn walks in the other way, does a little move, turns around and takes it back towards the point on the near side. One-timer, McGillney, that goes wide. Kept in, drop pass, McGillney, over. Looking for Kammerer, just bounces over his stick at the last second before he could get a shot off. McGurn waits, flings it on net. It's deflected wide by Unger. McGillney gets it back. McGillney throws it. That's wide to the right. And Kyle just able to get it out. Battle along the far boards now. Looking to regroup. Corbet. His shot rings off the bar. What a shot that was.
Right off the crossbar into the skyline. I mean, at this point, Brock can't even get their changes off cleanly without UNB getting right back into the offensive zone. That's how much pressure is being put on them right now.
Emmett Spruill hit. Brock trying to just keep it in the offensive zone, get some kind of sustained pressure. Cade Landry.
You got to keep things simple. Get to the red line, dump and chase, and you better make sure you're going hard into the corners.
Wilms throws it. That's deflected wide. Rings around the boards. Boria trying to chip it out after it's pinned into the boards by a Reds player. Landry. Morgan. His shot, pad save, rebound in front. It's covered well by Taylor. And Boria to keep that a rebound chance from happening. Wilms' shot blocked there by Taylor as well.
Here we go, another change, right back in the zone.
Morgan. It's just rinse repeat for UNB right now with their attacks. His centering pass. He was looking across the crease, but Boria picks it off and dumps it away. Richard plays it to the side. Nolay tripped up there. No call. Centering pass in front. Great chance for Jacob Roach. But he's turned aside by Richard for his first real save of the game.
First real save and first grade A opportunity. First real offensive opportunity for Brock in this game.
Thompson throws that on net. That's deflected. Goes up in the air. Timken tried playing it. Luckily for him, didn't. UNB gets it back. Nolay starts down the left wing. Just sends it in. Gilmore keeps it there. Ryan Thompson hit hard into the boards by Isaac Nurse.
And these are big hits. You can hear the impact throughout the stadium right now.
Kammerer dances through. He throws it on net. That misses wide. Carson in the near corner. Around the goal line on the boards. Baber. He's turned around by Thiessen. McGinley underneath. Pass, shot through a screen, misses wide. Close one for Kammerer. Getting it out. Jared Marino trying to chase it down. Richard comes out and plays it. Marino bats the stick of Richard out of his hands.
Yep, Richard with no stick right now.
Stoppage called. The goal. CBC Sports, the home of university sport in Canada. Catch the gold medal game of the 2024 University Cup live from Toronto on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on CBC Gem, CBC Sport, and the CBC Sports app. U Sports on CBC. Chase the glory. Now UNB hoping to be one of those teams in this gold medal game.
As they're on the power play right now, Curtis, a lethal power play. And this is going to be a huge kill for Brock because the way this game is looking, if they go down a couple goals here, it's going to be really hard for them to get back in this game with the pressure right now UNB is bringing. So this, I would say, is a monumental kill.
Yeah, they're going to need to come up something huge. Landry at the point. Landry gets the pass back from Gilmore. McCallum chased off the puck. stoppage. And a penalty again. And this time it's going to be a 5-on-3.
Oh, no. If you're the Brock bench, this is not what you wanted. A 5-on-3 right now. Only 3 minutes left in the first, a period where all the pressure has been coming in one side. So take a look at the penalty here from the replay.
It's going to be Christophe Cote going to the box. The slash. You see an immediate gesture there. Where's the call? That's where you're going to get it.
I mean, it is a slash. I feel like there's been a lot of things that have been let go worse than that so far in this game. And an unlucky penalty. But certainly if it's up near the hands, it will be a slash.
Cade Landry. To McCallum. Landry. McCallum. Fires. Save made by Unger. Landry gets it back at the top. McCallum in the face-off circle. That's tipped out of play. UNB already going to work.
I mean, you're going to have to allow those one-timer opportunities. What you're going to have to watch for from the defensive side for Brock is to make sure none of those rebounds end up on the tape of any UNB players. You want to make sure you get those clears, but you can't do much on defending those one-timer type of shots. So you're going to have to let them go. Just make sure your assignments are all checked up in front of the net.
Corbet the face-off against Bernie. Won by Corbet. McCallum. Landry. Looking for Corbet. He regains possession. Drops it for Landry. Landry. McCallum. Centering pass. Looking for Keating from the deflection. Couldn't get a stick on it. McCallum. Gilmore. Skates around with it. Gilmore. Corbet wasn't ready for it. Landry shot. Scores on the one-timer. Cade Landry makes it 2-0. UNB, and they're still on the power play.
Yeah, wow. Just an impressive shot here from Landry from the point. The one-timer beats Connor Unger, and there's nothing much you can do here for Brock on the penalty kill. I mean, those shots are going to come. You're only 3 defenders. You expect those shots to get through, but it beats Unger, and they're down 2-0 right now late in the first.
Well, it's been all UNB early on, 16-2 in shots. And the Reds have a 2-0 lead and still on the power play. McKay dances through the defense. Shot towards the net, that's blocked. Thiessen trying to clog the puck against the boards on the far side. McKay fishes it out. Brack just dumps it back the other way. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Nolay drops it for McGurn. McKay dances through. Still having it. Nolay at the point. Pass back and forth between Wills, and a shot on a one-timer across crease. Misses high. Very close chance for Emmett Sproul. Sproul gets it back, loses it off a bad pass
That's
reception. 2-on-1 the other way. In come the Badgers. Shot, save made. That was Matt Duarte who walked in.
Yeah, Duarte, that was a shot for rebound. He wasn't looking to score there. He was looking to find his teammate, potentially get that one past the goaltender, Richard. Penalty now over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 1 minute to go in the first period in what has been all UNB. Gilmore to Keating. Keating pinned behind the net, and Brack unable to get it out. Now he is able to get it out. He was in a battle with McGillney. Hammer. McGillney puts it off the near boards. Marino tries chasing it down. Now Cook. Faber to Nurse. There's a stick on the ice. Isaac Nurse. Shot blocked by A.J. Cook. Nurse gets the puck right back. Throws it on net. That's blocked again. 15 seconds to go in the opening frame. Taylor
Bernie jammed up against the UNB bench. That'll be an icing with 6 seconds to go.
I mean, for Brock at this point, you'll take every single icing that UNB will give you, meaning an opportunity in the offensive zone, which they have not had a lot of. And now if they can win a faceoff with 6 seconds, they can get maybe a shot. Well, they definitely will try and get a shot off, but you got to rush the net for a potential rebound and try and cut this lead in half.
6 seconds until the first intermission. Face-off one, shot just misses wide.
Look good.
Thrown on net again, that one's blocked by McCallum. He's gonna kill off the first period. Jacob Roach, huge chance. Just misses the net. 2-0 through the first period. The Reds have been absolutely dominant, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that again. This period has been all UNB, just sustaining so much pressure in that Brock defensive zone. And for Brock, it's going to come down to what they've been practicing all year. In practice is their zone exits. I mean, you got to get clean zone exits to try and transition that offense into the other zone. Right now, they're just trying to clear it, and it's not working.
Well, stick around. We'll be right back with the intermission break. You're watching U Sports on CBC. Welcome back to the U Sports Men's Hockey Championships on CBC. Curtis and Matt here. It's 2-0 for the UNB Reds over the Brock Badgers after one period of play. Dominance by the Reds.
Yeah, absolutely, Curtis. You mentioned it. It's been all UNB this period, sustaining most of the time of the period in the defensive zone of Brock. And whoever is going to control the most time in the neutral zone is going to win that game, because it means you are transitioning a lot into the offensive zone. That's what UNB is doing right now. We saw a lot of the changes for Brock weren't as clean because UNB right away back in the zone.
And we take a look at the highlights from the first frame. It's going to be a lot of UNB, as deserved. They were so dominant and showing why they're a perfect 35-0 on the season.
Well, it's a simple offensive scheme for them, right? They're going to take it, cycle it down low, around the net. They're going to look for people in the slot. If the slot's covered up, then we're going to the points. So to our defensemen who score 40 points on the season. Then we're going to get players in front of Ungar. And we're going to sustain that pressure all period long. And Brock has no answer for it right now. All they can really do for the second period to try and work on it is to get those clean zone exits so they're able to transition that offense. Right now, they're just chipping it out because, they're being held in their own zone for so much time. And they're just chipping out, and they can't get any offense going. They got to get to the red line, dump and chase, and try and sustain some pressure in there. But right now, for me, for Brock, is those clean zone exits. That's what's going to help them a lot more in the second.
Yeah, that one-timer on the 5-on-3, that was killer for Brock, getting 2 penalties almost back-to-back. Take a look at the scoring summary. Cody Morgan opened us off in the U Sports Championships for scoring, and then Cade Landry with his 8th total of the season. And UNB could have a lot more, but it's still 2-0.
Absolutely. Cody Moore, well, Cade Landry's I'll start with, was unavoidable. 5-on-3, those shots, you can't really defend. They're going to get through, and it did. Morgan's goal, that was a defensive mishap on Brock. They left that player in the slot, totally uncovered, and for Brock, they're going to have to work on that in the second period. They did a little better near the end, covering people in the slot, but they got to make sure they do that in the second, because that's where UNB is going to be looking to pass the puck.
Yeah, as we take a look at some awards now, every year U Sports celebrates the best student athletes and coaches of the season, and here are the nominees for Rookie of the Year and Coach of the Year. Congratulations to Connor Unger and Gardner McDougald on those awards. Stick around for the second period. We'll be right back. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues des championnats U Sport.
Welcome back inside the Mattamy Athletic Centre. It's UNB, it's Brock, it's 2-0 through one period. The Reds have a dominant lead and have had a great start to this one. Curtis Coleman alongside Matt Smith bringing you this action. And as I said, UNB just dominant.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in that first period, they spent basically the first period in that Brock zone. And when we take a look at the stats, it'll go to explain basically how dominant this team has been. 16 shots already. And they have controlled the pressure, the play, the neutral zone play, and they haven't done much, Brock, in the defensive zone. As we look into the stats here after one period, 16-3 in shots, and they convert on that 5-on-3 power play, which was very unlucky for Brock. And then penalties, 2 for Brock, and then 4 minutes for power play time. So yeah, for Brock right now, Curtis, like I said, I don't know what they talked about in the locker room, but if I had to guess, it was that zone exit, right? Because they got to start being able to cleanly exit the zone, like I said, to transition the offense into the UNB offensive zone. They got to get something going because this is the second period. If they go down another goal, another 2 goals, it's going to be very glim and dark to get back into this game in the third period for Brock.
Yeah, UNB not really unfamiliar with dominating opponents. The 4th greatest goal differential in a single season in U Sports history this season with a plus 125 rating in only 30 games.
I mean, this is the best team in U Sports in the country, right? We're not looking for Brock to be able to outplay. Nobody is expecting that. What Brock has to do is capitalize on the opportunities and create that for themselves. Whether they have 10 shots in the game, they got to make sure it's the impactful shots. They got to make sure they get pucks on net, but first, before that, they got to make sure they can get into the zone.
And as a side note, the 3 teams ahead of UNB in that statistic, none of them won the championship that year, so UNB trying to do something what those teams ahead of them couldn't and make a legit case as the greatest team in U Sports history.
Well, 6 straight AUS championships. 9 national championships since 2000. This is certainly the most dangerous group in the country.
Walking in the other way, shot misses high from Corbet. Nolay. Pass across, looking for Baber. They lose it. And Bernie lost his stick. He's looking for a call.
It's going to be a call. Well, this is it. Like I talked about in the pregame, Brock wants to get anything going. They got an opportunity right now on the power play. And they have been a lot better in the postseason, especially on that power play, compared to their 17% in the regular season. So if they want to get back in this game, Curtis, this is a pivotal moment in the game. And this squad right now on the ice knows that. The whole bench knows that as we take a look at the replay. Clear penalty here. This interference call, whatever you want to call it, slashing interference, just prohibiting that player from making a play. It's going to be called every time.
Cameron Baber had a point per game in last year's tournament. He's heading to the box, had 42 penalty minutes on the season. UNB, one of the highest penalized teams in the nation this season. They play a physical game, but ironically, Cody Morgan, the opening goal scorer, never taken a penalty in his U Sports career. Covered in front by Unger.
Well,
CBC Sports is the home of university sports in Canada. The best U Sports women's volleyball teams head to Hamilton for this week's U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship. Catch the action. Men's volleyball head to Kingston for, they head to Kingston for the Men's Volleyball Championship. Catch the action starting very soon on CBC Sports, cbcsports.ca, and the CBC Gem. U Sports on CBC. Chase the glory.
For Brock here, Curtis, they got to get pucks on net and someone in front of the goaltender, just like this.
Roach sent it in front. Bernie tipped it just a little wide, and it's cleared by the Reds. Unger coming out to play it. His pass picked up by Isaac Nurse. Isaac Nurse walks in. Nurse, backhand, taken down Loose puck in front. Petizian had almost a wide open net. Unger able to poke check it away, but that's going to definitely be a penalty. Maybe even a penalty shot.
We'll wait to see what the refs call. I think it's going to be a power play here, 4-on-4 for the time being, as we take a look at the replay. And it was Nurse from the pass from Unger, intercepted, just gets hooked right there, had a great opportunity to score on the backhand. And now it's going to be 4-on-4 for about a minute, and then UNB will continue a power play for the remaining minute.
Well, that's defenseman of the year for the OUA West, Zach Taylor, going to the box. He will be missed on the ice.
Yeah, certainly a big part of their penalty kill.
Riley Gannon taking the face-off against McGurn. Gannon kicked out. Now it's going to be Ryan Stepien. Nole. McKay. McGurn. He's taken down. Drops it. Savoie in the slot. Using the face-off circle, his shot. Redirected away by Unger. Savoie gets it right back. McGurn turns, finds Savoie for McKay. McKay from the point! That just misses.
I mean, great skating from Savoie. Really nowhere to go with that. Uses his skating ability to make a play.
Badgers have it at the other end. Centering pass from Gannon, misses. Gannon takes a shot. Easy save for Richard, the reigning University Cup MVP. It was interesting to see who would start in this one because him and Griffin Outhouse have split the season almost entirely.
It's definitely nice to have a strong tandem, but you're going to go with someone who's been here before and played exceptionally well.
For sure, Gilmore gets it back at the point, drops it. Landry. McCallum shot turned aside by Unger. He had a one-timer from the near face-off circle. Landry. That one doesn't get through, and it's cleared by the Badgers as UNB on the power play now.
Yeah, you got to make sure that Keaton is all tied up in front of the net. Probably the most dangerous player on this power play. If you're not watching him, he'll make you pay.
Landry skates it out. Keating cuts and turns around. Drops it. Gilmore. In front, Keating. Almost took a weird bounce. Goes behind the net. Ryan Thompson gets it out. Gilmore starts the other way. Gilmore, back pass. Keating in front. Turned aside. That was Wilms who had it on the backhand, but Unger's pad was right there. Point shot from McGillney. It's in front again. Gilmore couldn't bury it. And Brock manages to survive those two possessions. Keating, Wilms, shot blocker save by Unger.
Yeah, Keating had a couple chances there in front of the net. No one was really stick checking him. He was able to get a shot off the rebound, and then McCallum nearly able to score.
Nurse drew the penalty, deflects it back in. Faber knocked down. Roach hits it up in the air. Isaac Nurse. Good work by Bernie to poke that away. Roach knocked down. Nurse rocks Bernie there. Oh my. Some fans liking that one. Step in. Faber picks off the pass and dumps it away. McKay.
I mean, for Stefan there, you got to be aware where your teammates are. Kind of just turn the puck over. But he had a teammate playing F3 wide open and he could have dropped it back to.
Timken. Thiessen. Timken loses it. Taken back. Petizian. He's rocked there by Stock. McKay. He's hit by Cook.
Yep. That's unnecessary. Bad penalty by Cook. Just a cross check right to the back of the numbers. Any league in the world, that's going to be a 2-minute minor. And now it's UNB right back to the power play, already up 2. a power play that they've already scored on, Curtis.
We take a look at just how dominant the UNB pressure has been in this one, and I mean, it's been incredible, right?
Something to see. I mean, like you said, this is maybe one of the if not the best team to ever play in U Sports history. And you could see it in that first period why people are saying this. Let's take a look at this penalty. Cross-check right into the back of the numbers. A vulnerable state. It's certainly not a penalty you want to take.
McCallum. It's the puck on the near side. Drops it for Landry. Landry right back to McCallum on the boards. Stolen and fired away by Cote. At least briefly. Jordan Stock now gets it out. Turnover. That could have been dangerous, but no Badgers were there to capitalize on it.
I think they're hesitating, Curtis. I think they had the opportunity, but they're double-guessing themselves because they don't want to get burned.
Wilms fighting pressure and forcing the turnover off Thiessen. McCallum. Landry. Landry looking for Wilms. He had an open shot. I think he got a little too fancy there.
Yeah, I mean, when you can move the puck so well in the offensive zone, you tend to look for the perfect pass for that one-timer, but definitely had the opportunity to just fire that one on Unger.
Corbet. McKay. A fun fact about McKay, over 200 points with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. That's ahead of Wayne Gretzky all time.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Just don't look up the number of games each played. Nolay. There's a shot from McGurn that's turned aside. Nolay gets it back at the point. Skates towards the middle. Morgan. Underneath that pass, bouncing in front. Unger's able to catch it. Great hand-eye coordination.
Well, firstly, great defensive play there by Brock to make sure that the slot is all defended up. But, man, that puck shot up in the air weirdly. As you take a look here at the replay, looking for the slot, defend it well, but here we go. Puck takes a weird bounce. I don't know if that would have went in or hit the post, but nonetheless, a great save by Unger to be able to track that puck midair. That's Bernie getting thrown out of the faceoff dot, not happy with it.
Corbet wins it back to Nolay. Morgan. Kind of a shot pass there to McGurn. McKay. Corbet. Turns around. Makes the man look silly. Morgan. Shot from the face-off circle. I think a little extra pass there kind of actually hurt them.
I mean, if you're Brock, you're kind of happy that they're trying these extra little passes.
Corbet, Morgan wide open in front. Pad save. He tried placing that one, but Unger gets his right skate onto it. A.J. Cook the other way, knocked down, but he gets right back up before being hit again as he just dumps it in. UNB trying to restart the pressure. McGurn. What a rookie season Sean McGurn had, nearly a point per game, named to the AUS All-Rookie team. And McGurn, he may not have won a championship before, but he's really good in the playoffs. He was second in OHL playoff scoring last year.
Like you mentioned, a lot of stars from junior coming over now. Oh my, Cote just laid a huge hit on Baber.
There's a little toe drag there. Carson misses high.
Well, Curtis, if you didn't know, and for those watching, this is the Nationals. As you can tell, U Sports Nationals. It's going to be physical, as we saw Cote there lay Baber down to the ice. And then there's some chippiness after. Let's take a look at this save here by Unger.
Well, Morgan was wide open in front. He had all the time in the world, chose his spot, shot it where he wanted to, and Unger was on top of it.
Yeah, shot low pad. I think he was looking maybe potentially for a rebound coming into the slot. Unger does a good job setting that one to the side.
Wilms taking the face off against Brack.
Brack
Thrown out.
about the third or fourth time now a Brock centerman has been thrown out of the faceoff dot.
Now Jared Marino. Battle of the captains. Won by Wilms. McCallum throws it on net. That's blocked. McCallum tries centering it from the backhand. Doesn't work. Landry can't keep it in. That's ruled offside. Good eye from the referees.
These centermen getting thrown out of the dots, you might think if you're watching, oh, well, it's not that big of important. It's only a face-off. Well, when it's in the offensive zone against maybe the best team in youth sports, then yes, it becomes a pivotal moment when you have to put a winger who doesn't practice face-offs at all to try and win against a centerman from UNB. Then that gives UNB a good chance to hold possession in the offensive zone, which they've done, like you saw in the first period, pretty well.
McCallum. Big hit from Boria. Shot blocked. Loose puck. Spin shot by Petizian. Turned aside by Unger. There's a turnover. Another shot. Another save. McGurn that time was the shooter.
Well, there's a clean transition out of the zone and a good dump and chase. And looking out, Brock has possession of the puck. Just got to be able to find your teammates, though, tape to tape.
That was Marino looking to throw it across the crease. No one was there, unfortunately, for him. There's a shot from the side of the net, turned aside by Unger. He's going to cover it. 25-5 the shot so far. Pure dominance for this UNB team. Looking to become the first team to go perfect in a season since the 1973 Toronto Varsity Blues.
Well, I'm going to guess in 1973, Curtis, they didn't play as many games that UNB has played this season.
Also true.
Certainly.
Only 17 regular season games for the Varsity Blues that year.
So it goes to show how spectacular this miracle run is right now for UNB.
Gilmore shot blocked off a pass from Cody Morgan.
Can you call it a miracle run, or could you just say expected when it's the UNB Reds?
Yeah, they have just such superstars on the team. See, UQTR basically getting an all-star team from the QMJHL. Every other player, that goes to UNB.
Well, I mean, it goes to show how the program has certainly built it and turned themselves into a dynasty. You're going to attract top talent.
Yeah, one of those players, Austin Keating, of course, AUS MVP, third in Ottawa 67's history in games played, and top 12 in scoring, ahead of Logan Couture, and one spot behind Hall of Famer Denny Potvin. A glove save by Unger. Gilmore on the one-timer. Unger gets across. Wow. To make the save.
What a save by Unger, cutting across, being able to push off the post. It makes a fabulous glove save.
Yeah, and that glove save will bring us to a little break. We'll be right back. You're watching U Sports Men's Hockey on CBC.
Parce que le sport, ça se regarde en direct. Soyez au cœur de l'action avec les web diffusions en direct d'événements sportifs.
L'échange était incroyable.
Vous avez le pouvoir de provoquer le changement au sein de notre climat.
CBC Sports is the home of university sports in Canada. Catch the best U Sports women's hockey teams as they face off in the 2024 GFL U Sports Women's Hockey Championship, presented by Connect Energy in Saskatoon. The action begins today at 3 p.m. on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, the CBC Sports app, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC. Chase the glory, and the Reds are certainly chasing the glory right now. 26 shots to 5, and Connor Unger just had to make an amazing save.
I mean, that was some great movement by Unger. From our position up here in the booth, I thought he was pushing off the post, but he wasn't anywhere near his post. He was able to use that lateral movement to cut across and make a great glove save.
Well, it takes pretty strong legs to be a goaltender.
Absolutely.
And Unger showed that right there. Corbeil Drops it back. McGillney sends it through. It's blocked by his teammate. Wilms tries centering it. Sproul in front. Good work by Bernie to at least tie him up a little bit, preventing a shot. Boria the other way. Pass. Roach in. Shoots. Misses wide. Maybe their best chance of the second period. Well, not maybe, easily.
Absolutely. I mean, I love the placement of where that shot was going. Just missed wide, but right over the pad under the glove is kind of where you want to go there.
An icing called face-off in the UNB zone between Wilms and Brack. Brack wins it. Marino tries getting it on net. He does, but I think it's deflected into the corner. Wilms trying to start and rush the other way, just dumps it out. Matt Barnes knocks it down. Plays it across to Thiessen. Thiessen to Marino. Marino, that's tipped out of play. Fortunately not into the stands.
I mean, a much better period right now for Brock defensively, I'll say. Obviously, they're still looking to get that offense going. So far, it's taken a little bit of time. But defensively, it doesn't look like the same UNB team in the first period when they were just moving the puck around, cycling down low, keeping the pressure in the zone all period. Brock's able to disrupt that a little more. And they're still looking to get things going offensively and transition well into the UNB defensive zone.
Well, something I'd like to point out is the fact that UNB is doing all this, dominating this game, without Adam McCormick, who's been 3 times in his career second team All-AUS, and was their second leading scorer among defensemen this year.
Yep, 41 points. One of the Mick brothers, the MC.
The other one, McCallum. Pass to Morgan. Gilmore. Wide open on the far side of the ice. This pass picked off by Brack. They're able to get it out. Hand pass called.
And these face-offs become pivotal when you're Brock in your own zone. You can't really afford to keep losing them. As UNB, if they win possession like we saw, they're going to be able to move the puck around, and then it's going to be, how much time now is it going to take for Brock to disrupt that play in their own zone? And they can't afford to lose any more seconds off the clock doing so.
Savoie. Thiessen chasing it down. Right on his tails, Carson. Duarte on the ice. Carson gets it on the far side. Savoie, Nollet, his shot blocked. Cote has to shake it off for a second and get right back into work.
Good block by Cote off the one-timer from the point. That's someone in front of Unger there, so good thing not to let that go through and potentially.
Barnes tied up by Baber.
Potentially beat Unger.
Cote. Bernie starts a rush. Bernie's shot bounces off the glove of Richard. And high. Bernie to Gannon. Gannon was looking in front, no one was there. Gannon to Roach. Roach on the near boards. Tied up. The Reds get it right back with McKay. McGurn. McGurn drops it. McGillney. Kammerer. McKay wires one on net. Took a swing at the puck and it nearly beat Unger. Almost had a juicy rebound there. Nothing comes of it though.
Well, listen, if you're UNB, hey, if you're going to defend our guys in the slot, we're going to go right to the point, and we're going to get guys in front of your goalie. That's going to be our plan B. And it's working right now as that puck almost got through.
Petesian waits, turns around, passes it to Wilms. Wilms. Thompson intercepts it. Corbet with the hit. Thompson keeps the puck, almost turns it over. Actually does turn it over. Corbet shot in tight. Blocker saved by Unger. He was prepared for that.
And those shots are a lot harder than you think because when their back is showing to the goaltender,
Step in, tries getting through. Landry, a great defensive play, laying his stick on the ice.
When your back is showing to the goaltender, you can't really read where the shot's going when they turn around.
Landry the other way, trying to make it happen on both ends. It's a rebound. Corbet, a pass into the slot. Wilms couldn't get it off. And Brock regains possession. Gannon up against McCallum. Gannon cuts to the net in tight. Save is made.
Penalty.
By Richard. And a penalty called on McCallum, it looks like.
It's going to be 2 minutes for holding here, Curtis.
Well, he lost his stick at the end of the play.
Yep, McCallum getting beat.
Rare occurrence.
It's a rare occurrence. He got beat and took the hold here. I would say maybe a good penalty, as Brock had a grade A chance to just walk in there all alone.
As I mentioned, UQTR, kind of an all-star QMJHL team. Now, this QMJHL star didn't go to UQTR, went to UNB, led the QMJHL with 50 assists by defensemen in 2022. So, something of a QMJHL superstar himself.
Yeah, I mean, like, wherever you are, whatever league you want to play, you obviously want to be a part of greatness, a part of a dynasty. And you'll take any opportunity given if you got the opportunity to do so. And I would certainly want to play for a dynasty if I got the chance.
Yeah, UNB hasn't lost a hockey game in 373 days.
Oh, my. I mean, that's dominance right there. 373. That's unheard of right now in youth sports. They're the only team to achieve that. And they're just stacked with all-stars, like you mentioned, Curtis.
Last undefeated regular season by a youth sports team, Western, in 2003. They didn't even win their conference.
My God.
So only 2 out of 7 teams, undefeated teams, have gone on to win the championship. So UNB trying to break maybe a bit of a curse. Austin Keating in the far corner. Still manages to hang on to the puck. It's a 1 versus 3.
It's a great kill right now.
And UNB had the puck in the offensive zone. I forgot it was a penalty kill.
Look at that. Keating doing it both sides on the ice. He could score, kill penalty kills. Goes to show how useful a versatile player is.
Bernie to Taylor. Taylor rings it around. Marino. Pressured by 2 players. Easily picked up by Savoie and cleared away. 53 seconds to go in the penalty. Taylor starts from behind his own net. He's looking for a long pass. Instead, just dips it off. Step in. He's taken off the puck, and it's cleared away this time by McGillney.
Yeah, UNB really not giving Brock anything right now. Really pressuring and not letting them set up in the zone. And this power play hasn't done anything so far, as that one goes over the net.
CBC Sports is the home of university sports in Canada. The best U Sports men's volleyball team battle for the 2024 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship from Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. Catch the action exclusively on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, the CBC Sports app, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC. Chase the glory.
Once again, Curtis, another centerman for Brock. That's Gano getting called out. And that's big for UNB. As they win the faceoff, they'll be able to clear.
Exactly what they do. 15 to go in the power play. Another successful kill for the Reds, it's looking like.
A dominant kill, you can say. I mean, they gave Brock nothing. They didn't give time to set up or anything.
Boria's centering pass, tipped high. And the penalty is over. Corbet. Spruill. Corbet's shot was looking for a rebound. Unger angled that where the rebound went to his defenseman. Thiessen. Boria. Stick. Jordan Stock loses it. Thiessen. From zone end, head time, flex off Gilmore. Stock, walks in, shoots, save made, rebound! Turned aside by Richard. Jordan Stock just seemed to bust through the defense.
I mean, that and Jacob Baroch's opportunity early in the first have been the best grade A opportunities for Brock so far in this game.
2.5 minutes to play in the second. 2-0. UNB leads. Dumped in. Cote. Rare offensive possession for the Badgers. Brack. Turns. Was looking for cross crease. Couldn't get it through. Thompson fans on his shot. That goes to Cote. Thompson can't keep it in. Landry gets it. Landry scored the second goal of the game. Long pass, and there's a turnover by Petizian. Thompson. Sends it around, they get it out. Kammerer. Cook. Brack. Offside called. Step in was a few steps ahead of the line.
A little play on words there, but it is offside. 30 shots right now for UNB. I think that means only 10 shots in this period, so let's take a look at that offside. Stefan just a step over the blue line, and it's going to be a face-off in the neutral zone.
No offside called this time. Nurse able to get it out though. Boria. Long dump, called an icing as the pass attempt from Taylor missed everyone.
All right, well, if you're at Brock, you got to get your best centerman on the ice. The best one at faceoffs, a minute left. UNB can very much control possession in the zone for that time. So you want to make sure you win this faceoff, clear it out of your zone. Just make sure you don't get burned here late in the period.
Gilmore against Bernie in the faceoff circle. McCallum, fans on his point shot. It's blocked pretty easily by the Badgers and shoveled away. Gilmore dumps it back in. Final minute of the second. Morgan looking for Keating. Bernie kicks it to himself. Dumps it in. Blown down and bounced off the player on the bench for the Badgers. So it's ruled out of play.
37 seconds left. Gano on the draw. Gotta win this one.
Barnes. Thiessen. Thiessen trying to keep it in. Does. But Kammerer gets it anyway in his own end. Long pass. Tipped away by Cote. Baber. Final seconds. Barnes clears it.
Missed the tape of Baber there. Would have been a great opportunity. 2-on-1.
Gannon. Final seconds. And was trying to pass it in front. Time expires though. And that will do it for the second as a takedown right in front collision between Kammerer and Cote. UNB maybe not as dominant in that second period, but their defense was very dominant.
Absolutely,
and we will be right back. Right now, though, 2-0 through 2 periods. UNB leads Brock. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
It's that moment again.
one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
The exchange was awesome. Yeah.
You have the power to inspire and impact the climate.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
The exchange was awesome. Yeah.
You have the power to inspire and impact the climate.
U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to the 2024 U Sports Men's National Championships on CBC. It's 2-0 UNB with the lead over Brock through 2 periods. Curtis Coleman and Matt Smith bringing you the action. And Matt, it was a lot better of a period for Brock.
Absolutely. I mean, they're still looking to get things going offensively, and hopefully in this third period, last period of the game, they got to get stuff going. But like you mentioned, defensively, they were a lot better in the second period, limiting UNB to only about 10 shots that period. There were some grade A chances, but not as many as the first period. They really did a good job protecting the neutral zone, the slot. But again, those shots from the point are going to be a problem. But right now, they're doing a good job, Brock.
And we take a look at some of those chances on the highlights of the second period. A lot more physicality still on display.
Oh, these are two physical teams going at it right now. Both have shown how physical they can be. But UNB, as you can tell, they're moving the puck exceptionally well right now. Ungar's standing on his head as Nurse's opportunity there got hooked. Had a great opportunity to score on the back end. Ungar sprawling back for the save, making sure there's no wraparound goal. But yes, right now for Brock, talking in intermission, they're going to have to figure out how to get things going. They're a little better at transitioning the puck out of their zone through the neutral zone and into UNB zone. But defensively, a lot better. Offensively, still trying to get things going. And that's just a testament to how good this UNB team is defensively. I mean, only 8 shots right now in the game for Brock, as we saw another grade A opportunity breakaway on Richard. Take a look at stats.
Through 2 periods, 30-8. Shot still very lopsided. Doesn't feel as lopsided, but
well, it was 20 at the end of the first period. They only got the 10 shots. They had the power play opportunities. They had 3 power play opportunities in that second period. So Brock a lot better on the penalty kill in that period than the first period.
And Brock also got a power play opportunity, which was shut down quite quickly.
Shut down remarkably quickly, as you should say, because they got really nothing going on the power play so far in the game. And we mentioned how undisciplined this UNB team is. Brock is going to have to figure out how to get that power play to be successful, just to generate offense, because right now they can't seem to set up or even get into the offensive zone. So that's got to be something they got to look at going into the third period.
Definitely, and every year, U Sports honors the best in their respective sports. Here are the nominees and award winners for the Community Service Award and Player of the Year.
The nominees for the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for the student who excels in hockey, academics, and community involvement are les candidats pour le prix Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'excellence dans le hockey, les études et l'engagement communautaire sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Alec Bélanger, Université Dalhousie University, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Alexandre Gagnon, Université McGill University, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Dawson Holt, University of Saskatchewan, Université de la Saskatchewan. Le lauréat du prix Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'engagement communautaire est, the winner of the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for Community Service is Alexandre Gagnon, Université McGill University. The nominees for the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U Sports Men's Hockey Player of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée du sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan, présenté à l'athlète de l'année U Sport en hockey masculin, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Austin Keating, University of New Brunswick, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, du Sport universitaire de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Connor Bouchard, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée Joseph A. Sullivan décerné au joueur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est the winner of the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Player of the Year in men's hockey is Connor Bouchard, Université Mount Royal University.
Congratulations to our winners, Bouchard and Gagnon. 2-0 through 2 periods. UNB leads Brock. Stick around for the third period. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Centennial Cup presented by Tim Hortons. For more than 50 years, this tournament has highlighted the best in Junior A hockey. Catch all the action live from May 9th to 19th at the 16 Mile Sports Complex. Tickets are available now at hockeycanada.ca/Centennial Cup.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Parce que le sport, c'est aussi des parcours inspirants. Un regard unique sur l'humain derrière l'athlète.
Exploiter mon potentiel maximum, c'est un truc de fou.
Découvrez les récits numériques et vidéos de Podium sur radiocanada.ca et sur l'appli Info.
Champions from across the CJHL come to Oakville this spring for the 2024 Centennial Cup presented by Tim Hortons. For more than 50 years, this tournament has highlighted the best in Junior A hockey. Catch all the action live from May 9th to 19th at the 16 Mile Sports Complex. Tickets are available now at hockeycanada.ca/Centennial Cup.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Parce que le sport, c'est aussi des parcours inspirants. Un regard unique sur l'humain derrière l'athlète.
Exploiter mon potentiel maximum, c'est un truc de fou.
Découvrez les récits numériques et vidéos de Podium sur radiocanada.ca et sur l'appli Info.
Welcome back to the 2024 Men's Hockey U Sports Championships on CBC. UNB leads Brock 2-0 through 2 periods, but a big reason why that isn't more is because of this man, Matt.
Connor Unger, I mean, this could easily be a 4-0, maybe even a 5-0 game, but he has stood on his head to keep his team in it, only down by 2 to arguably the best team in the country. Well, not arguably, the best team in the country right now. So let's take a look at some big saves that he's had to make in this game to keep his team alive. And there were a lot of them, Curtis, a lot of grade A opportunities. The puck movement by UNB you thought would get Unger out of position, but he made some unbelievable movements to be able to get himself back into the play and make some outstanding plays as we see him sprawl back to stop the wraparound goal. I mean, the shots from the point, the deflections, the tips, he has been stopping all of these right now. And UNB, you can see they're kind of getting frustrated because we saw in the second period they were kind of giving up on those grade A opportunities. They're looking for that perfect pass because that's what it takes. He's that good, Connor Unger. You have to beat him with perfect passing play. And he has done a formidable job in this game. And Brock, they got to play for their goaltender at this point, all right? They haven't given him much. 8 shots only on net. The offense hasn't been alive yet in this third period. They got to get things going, Curtis, and give Connor Unger the chance of winning this performance right now to potentially beat and upset the Juggernaut.
Yeah, the Juggernaut will not go down easy, though. Remember, Samuel Richard was MVP of last year's University Cup. Hasn't had to do as much work this time.
No, and you said it. He was the MVP last year, but he only had to make 8 saves in this game, right? You haven't really called his name a lot. But he's been great. He's had to do what he's had to do. But Unger, on the other end, he's had to do a lot more.
We are underway in the third period. Face-off won by the Reds. McCallum to Landry. Landry to Carson. Macaulay Carson down the left wing. His shot deflected by Unger into his mask and played away by the Badgers. Timken spins and dumps it in. Landry, long pass. Carson looking for Nurse. Little out of his reach, so Unger will get it. Leave it for Boria. Boria turns it over. Nurse. Carson behind the net, deflected away by Taylor. Good work. Roach turns it over. Carson dumps it back in, but as he was going for a change, Brock's going to get a free zone exit, and Boria will dump it in. Covered by Richard.
It'll be interesting to see what Brock talks about in the locker room at intermission and see what they do to try and get this offense going. At this point in the game, you're down to 20 minutes left. You got to get that defense activated. Obviously, you don't want to take some major risk, but you got to see some guys like Barnes, Thiessen get involved in the action.
Well, Brack won the face-off. Steffen tried to dangle through, but then he lost it before he could get a shot off. Unger, pressured, just fires it off the glass.
Some better zone exits for Brock right now at the start of this period. Trying to follow up on that second period where they started doing a good job getting the puck out of their zone.
Step in. Pressured by McGillney. It's going to be offside.
I mean, this is it. If the leaders in the locker room, they definitely spoke up. I mean, this is it. Your season is on the line. You're only down by 2 goals, and one of them was scored on a 5-on-3, right? So it's not like you were completely taken out of this game. Yeah, your offense hasn't been getting going. But all that you need is a bounce, a lucky bounce, and a chip into the net, and you're right back into this game.
Well, he was trying to get the lucky bounce there. Was Cote. Threw it. It was deflected wide. Now Emmett Sproul starts. McGurn waits. Shot. Save made by Unger. Left the rebound wide open, but the Badgers able to get to it.
Yeah, good play by Cook to make sure that rebound was cleared out of the way. It's going to be an icing here, though. But Brock doing a lot better right now defensively in front of their goaltender, not giving UNB a lot of grade A opportunities on the rebounds.
Yeah, protecting the slot. They've done a great job of that in the latter 2 periods. Gilmore taking the face off against Gannon.
if you're the Brock head coaching staff, Brock fan, you can't be upset with the way your team's been playing. I think they've done an incredible job right now against the best team in the country.
McCallum swings it around. Gilmore. Keating behind the net. Gilmore. Centering pass. Took a bounce. And escapes from behind the net. Gilmore now. Cook pressing him up against the boards. Cook tries getting it just out slightly. Morgan turns, fires, save made by Unger. He'll cover.
Yeah, UNB resorting back to those point shots, getting some traffic in front of Unger, potentially sneak one in. And for the defenders, they got to just continue defending well in front of Unger, making sure that opposing players' sticks are in the air and not ready to tip some pucks. And then maybe you can halt this UNB offense for a short amount of time and potentially go the other way. Has another Brock centerman thrown out, and UNB wins the faceoff, Gers.
Savoie. That's been one of the action. Refs acting like bouncers. The player fell. Couple sticks lost. Get it right back, though.
Great play by Boria, though. Loses his stick, so he uses his physicality to push the offensive player to the outside.
Nurse. Drops it behind the net. Baber falls. And he lost it. It's going to be an offside call. CBC Sports is home of university sports in Canada. The best U Sports men's volleyball team battle for the 2024 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship from Kingston, Ontario. Catch the action exclusively on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, the CBC Sports app, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC. Chase the glory. McGurn. His shot blocked by Thiessen. Point shot. Turned aside. Kammerer nearly had one. Marino. Brack just flips it up and in. Kammerer. Kept in. Barnes sends it. Misses high and wide. Huge hit from Brack. Kammerer gives him a nudge right back.
Look out.
Petizian. He starts the other way. Petizian shot. Save made by Unger. He took a quick look behind him to see if it had trickled through, but he got all of that.
Yeah, usually when the goalie looks back, it means that he doesn't clearly feel the puck comfortably in his leg. It might be moving. Wasn't sure he had it there. Luckily, was able to make the stop and freeze it. Another pivotal face-off here.
Face-off won by Wilms. Landry turns, passes it behind. Sproul knocked down. Cote. Boria. Landry keeps it in. Landry. Sproul. Corbet. He can't get a shot off, and he's had trouble getting teed up.
Yeah, but what's amazing to watch is how well these UNB players know where their teammates are. The chemistry is clearly shown on the ice.
Cade Landry starting another rush down the left wing. Sproul shot save made. Pass right in the slot. Unger was ready for it. Solid stop.
Yeah, just a great play by UNB. They had the zone transition from the neutral going into the offensive zone. Another player coming in late. As you take a look here at the replay, it's Landry finding his teammate. Unger was the better player, though, in that play.
Gilmore taking the face-off against Gannon. Gilmore, 2017 7th-round pick by the Detroit Red Wings.
one of the keys to this game for UNB has to be the face-off. They have dominated the face-off dot, allowing them to control play in the Brock zone, and a lot of that success is credited to the face-off wins.
Well, shot 6-1 in the third for
you hate to
the
see
Reds,
that.
and the face-off one right back to Unger. He's going to cover it.
You hate to see that. The time you actually do win the face-off in your own zone ends up going right back to your goaltender to freeze it.
It's not like he can shoot or something right
No.
off the face-off.
No.
Gilmore taking it against Gannon again. Face-off won by Gannon again. Back-to-back face-off wins. And Keating collides with Ryan Thompson behind the play. Taylor dumps it in before getting hit by Savoie. Step in. Puts it behind. Taylor catches it. In the neutral zone. Gannon with it. He's up against two players for the Reds. Just dumps it in.
Both of these teams are doing a great job shutting down the other team's best players. As we haven't heard a lot of Jacob Roach in this game and his line. And for Brock, they've done a good job. The only problem, though, for Brock is that UNB is stacked with 4 lines that can score. So you can't stop them all.
Yeah, they've been... Yeah, it's really tough to shut down this team. Like you said, 11 players over 20 points.
11 players compared to Brock's 6.
Incredible number. That's over half of the regular roster.
I mean, four of the top 10 scorers are on this team. And 4 of the top 10 D scorers are on this team.
2 shots from Roach up the face-off. Neither get through. Savoie tries starting the other way. Stolen. Thiessen. Timken. Bernie knocked off the puck. Now has it on the near side. Timken. Centering pass while falling from Roach. No one was there still. Isaac Nurse flips that. And Unger's going to cover it. 14 minutes to go in regulation. Brock's got to get something going if they want to win.
Because at this point, UNB, Curtis, they're just going to make Unger freeze the puck, as you saw Isaac Nurse. Just chip the puck on Unger, get the face-off draw, potentially win it, and then control play for a couple more minutes, a couple more seconds. They're just trying to kill some time off the clock and move the puck around in Brock's zone. Oh,
this time a UNB player kicked out.
Here we go, big face-off here.
Brack against Carson. Carson wins it. McGillney, point shot, deflected, and a pad save by Unger into the corner. Flung around. Barnes, he's battling with Carson in the near Brock corner. Carson to McGillney. McGillney banks it off the boards. I think he was looking for a redirection off the boards. Marino gets it out. McGillney pressured by Steppen. Petizian turns, spins, puts it off the boards. Brack, Marino. Big hit on Petizian. Start the other way. McCallum looking for Petizian. That wasn't a great pass. Bounces off his skate. Now here comes Brock. Cote. In. Cote. Nets ruled off. He came crashing in to Richard. And some words after the play.
A great play by Cote, using his size to just beat the defenseman, get around him. Let's take a look at this replay. Cote using that size of his to get around and just a power forward type of move to charge the net. Potentially maybe get a rebound for your teammate to come in and finish it. Just unlucky that the net came off there. And he wasn't able to stop himself up before crashing into Unger. Or not, excuse me, not Unger, Richard. Let's take a look at this replay in close from the net view.
Well, honestly, Brock might gotten away with one at the face-off in the offensive zone. UNB wins it anyway.
All right, you got time here.
Taylor. Pass off to Roach. Back to Taylor. Roach tries chasing it in. Nolay was there. Savoie. Wilms gets it away. Taylor. Berea. Turnover. Taylor gets it right back in the defensive zone. Sporia. Just gonna leave it for Brack. McGillney. Sproul to Corbet. In front, great chance. Sproul probably wanted to shoot there. He doesn't get it though.
No, that was Zach Taylor who was stopping him from being able to release that puck on Unger.
Gilmore.
You know, a lot of people say, oh, well, UNB offense, it is great. I think their strongest factor, though, is their defense. 6 strong defensemen that don't give the other opposing team any opportunities.
Morgan shot in tight, turned aside, rebound Morgan again. Save made by Unger with his left pad.
You know, it's nice to win games 8-0, 8-2.
Which they did a lot during the season.
Which they did a lot this season, but, you know, you can easily win those games 4-2, 5-3, but it's this defensive core unit that has been limiting teams with scoring opportunities, not giving them anything.
Cote in front, his shot blocked by McCallum. He went down right away and got the successful result. Thompson, his shot, save made, and they had smothered Cote around the net. Keating the other way. Keating slashed hard by Thompson.
It's going to be a power play for UNB, and this is, your season is on the line right now on this power play. If you're the Brock Badgers penalty kill, and it's very evident, everyone knows it. If you go down 3 right now in this game, it's most likely not than over. So, more likely not than over. So, this Brock penalty kill unit is going to have to show up once again, which they have in the second period, and try and keep UNB from scoring that pivotal 3rd goal.
Well, the other thing UNB seems to have is they always seem to have a man behind the defense, able to spring in on rushes. That's exactly what they had there. Keating.
It's going to happen a lot here when the Brock defensemen are going to have to activate. You're going to see a lot more opportunities for UNB to get those odd man rushes.
Corbet in the face-off against Bernie. It's 1. Nolay. McGurn. McGurn gets it back. Nolay. McGurn. Back for Nolay. McGurn. Back for Nolay. Skates around with it. Corbet in the slot. Big save by Unger with the blocker.
I mean, the classic power play setup, probably the most effective power play setup right now in hockey. I mean, if it's not coming from the one-timer, as we take a look at the play right now, it's Nolay at the point. Okay, let me pass. No, I'm not taking the one-timer. Instead, I'm going to go to the guy in the slot. They have options right now with this umbrella unit. It's very lethal.
Matthew Burns clears it off the face-off win. Richard comes out to play it and turns it the other way. McGurn. Nolay. Going to start something. Drops it. Corbet.
If you're Brock right now, you got to watch the guy in the slot. Let the one-timer shots go. You have a very great goaltender in Nets Unger. It's got to be him to best those one-timer shots, but watch the slots. Give Unger the opportunity to not get beat.
Landry. Walks around, taken down. Wilms. McCallum.
Watch Wilms.
McCallum gets it back. Landry. McCallum. In front. Unger makes the stop. against Keating, who was in tight. And he seemed ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, for Brock, they're doing it well. You got to keep everything to the outside. You can get your stick to cover those lanes, those passes for the one-timer, but you can't over defend it. You got to make sure that person in the slot is not wide open, because if they are, instead of that one-timer, it's going to be a touch pass right into the slot.
Wilms taking the face-off against Brack, where Brack gets thrown out.
This has got to be a record. I've never seen so many centermen get thrown out of the face-off dot in my life in any type of hockey game.
At least Gannon's also a center. Wilms taken down before he can get the shot off. Landry back at the point. Wilms shot caught by Unger.
And that's fine. Wilms is very far out from the slot, so you can allow that and trust your goaltender to make a stop. As we look at it, it's going to be a pass to the one-timer and a touch pass. Wilms is very far out, so you can't do much about that. You can't over-defend that. You got to allow him to take that shot and trust your goalie to make the save.
That's exactly what Connor Unger was able to do. Face-off swatted away by Gannon.
Very fortunate face-off.
McCallum, 12 seconds to go in the power play. He runs into trouble with Barnes. Wilms, stick handles through, in hard onto Unger, but Unger makes the pad save and pounces on that loose puck.
I mean, Unger is so strong in his net. Players can just walk in and try and bury it, but he stands on his head like a brick wall. So take a look at the replay. They're looking for the pass, or they're defending the pass. So let me take it right to the goalie. Well, you got to go against Connor Unger. He's not afraid to come out to the crease and push you aside.
Face-off won by Bernie. Cleared by the Badgers, and the penalty over. Carson. Battle along the near boards. Faber dumps it. Tries dumping it in. Carson knocked down. Faber gets it back, looking for Nurse just out of his reach. He regains the puck. Faber, Nurse in the far corner. Carson tries cutting back to his backhand, but he was pinned up by Bernie. Timken, he's going to dump and chase.
Brock can't get anything going right now because as soon as they exit the zone, all their forwards are tired from defending, so they have to switch up. UNB doing a really good job of just sustaining pressure and not allowing Brock to transition offensively.
McGillney not able to get it out, but Baber gets it, and he probably will get it out. Yes, he will. Gets it past Cook. In tight, McKay turned aside by Unger. Steppen. Hit by Savoie. Battle behind the net. Closer to the near side. Nollet. Cook redirects it in front. Brack in front. Oh no! Right through the legs of Steppen. That was their best chance to cut the lead to one. Petesian. Looking. Knocked down was McGurn. The other way, shot turned aside of Steppen, who took it. Cleared by Landry. Keating trying to chase it down against Boria. Skates it out. Boria trying to go end to end. His shot misses high. Rattles off the glass. Gannon. And Stock's pass just gets through Taylor. They're going to have to regroup again.
I mean, if you're Brock, you cannot afford to have these missed passes. We saw two already there. It's just hard enough to sustain pressure, but when you do have it and you miss your teammate tape to tape, it hurts you.
Corbet. Drops it, McGinley. Shot from Kammerer misses wide. AJ Cook loses it. Sproul. Wilms. McGinley at the point. His shot, pad save by Unger. Cook. Hard hit made by Kammerer before heading to the bench. Decent to Cook.
All right, 5 minutes. You got to activate everyone right now. Defensemen got to cover. You don't care right now about all-man rushes and taking risks. You got to take every single risk you can right now, down by 2 with 5 minutes left in the game.
Nurse started the other way. Lost it.
All 5 got to go.
Timken. And you got to think Connor Unger's getting ready to go too.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see when he's asked to go to the bench. Certainly when you know Brock has possession.
Carson. McKay kicks it to himself but loses it. Brack. Marino. He cuts in. Good defensive play by Savoie. And then Marino's stick gets broken.
That's unfortunate.
Step in. Waits. Shot. Blocked. Loose puck. Savoie knocks it down. Kept in by Marino. But Gilmore starts the other way with 4 minutes to go. Landry. Shot. Save made by Unger.
I believe that was the block by Cook, actually, that prevented that shot getting to Unger.
Well, there you go. Great defensive play as Cook gets it back and passes it to Thiessen. Thiessen. Step in. That takes a funny bounce. They're going to have to regroup. Cote gets it. 3.5 minutes to play in regulation. Cote stick handles through. Drops it for Gannon. Gannon's shot misses wide. Clearance. Gotten out. Roach just clears it in. McGilney. Kammerer. Able to get it out again. 3 minutes now. McGilney. Corbet.
High stick.
And Gannon. It's called for the high stick. 3 minutes to go. As we will take a quick break, but we will be right back with Men's Hockey Championship on CBC.
So close, Kurt.
Parce que le sport, ça se regarde en direct. Soyez au cœur de l'action avec les web diffusions en direct d'événements sportifs.
CBC Sports is the home of university sports in Canada. Catch the best youth sports women's hockey teams as they face off for the 2024 GFL Youth Sports Women's Hockey Championship, presented by Connect Energy in Saskatoon. The action begins today at 3 p.m. on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, the CBC Sports app, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC. Chase the Glory as one of those games is underway right now. St. FX women taking on the number 4 seed Waterloo Warriors. It's going to be an interesting one there. Obviously, don't change it from us right now, but nope. Maybe after this game, it's a good viewing experience.
Absolutely. Make sure to tune in.
Corbet shot scores! That could be the icing. Right up the face-off. It trickles through Unger. And it's 3-0 for the Reds.
I've been saying it all game, Curtis. a lot of success for UNB is going to be credited to the face-off dot. They dominated the face-off circle in this game. As we take a look at the replay, Corbet able to lift the stick and shoot that one through Unger. An unfortunate goal here for Brock. Like you said, it could be the icing on the cake. At this point, with 3 minutes left,
Benjamin Corbet, 157 points in the QMJHL, 13 goals this season, and a goal in the playoffs as well. 3-0, Reds. Carson. Nurse behind the net. Hounded by a few players on the Badgers. Brack dumps it in. Net's empty. Unger has left the crease. Step in. Shot. Deflected up and away into the mesh. It'll be a face-off on the left of Richard.
I gotta say, UNB Reds fans traveled pretty well, Curtis, because it seems like that was a lot of people screaming right there for that goal. So very dedicated fan base. But right now for Brock, they pull their goalie 6-on-5. At this point, with 2:17, you can't spend time trying to look for the perfect play. You got to get pucks to the net and hope for a rebound. And somebody, obviously 6-on-5, somebody's not going to be defended. And hopefully get a goal off a rebound. You got to get pucks in that. They've struggled all game to generate offense. Now's not the time to try and find it. Right now, you just got to keep things simple. Keep it to the fundamentals. Get pucks to the net. Traffic in front of it. Let's take a look from the net view here at this goal. Just trickles by. Yeah, Jinx. Right through Unger. It felt like he had it, but then he looked back, and the puck was on its way home into the net. And now for Brock, you gotta win this face-off. You haven't been winning a lot of face-offs in this game, but this one is gonna be the most important one of the game so far for Brock. Try and get something going 6-on-5 with possession.
Kept in off the face-off. Behind the net, Brack. McGillney pushing him around. Brack centers it, no one's there. Wilm starts the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Looks like he tried to pass, got caught in his skates. Kammerer. Corbet turns, fires, scores! His second of the game! And that is the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you said it, Curtis. UNB gonna move on here. U Sports National Tournament. Gonna face the winner between TMU and the Calgary Dinos. For Brock, just an unfortunate way to end the season. They lose in their series to TMU in overtime. They can't play for the Queen's Cup. That means they got to play the best team in the country, and unfortunately have been bested.
2 minutes to go in regulation. Icing called.
Curtis, I mean, when you have 6 strong defensemen who can shut down any line, then, you know, you feel pretty good at your chances of winning a hockey game. And, you know, everyone talks about the offense. The offense is great. They do what they have to do. But like I mentioned before, you can win games 8-2, but you can also win them 4-2 as long as you're not giving up many goals. It doesn't really matter how many goals you're scoring the other way. So give credit to that 6-man unit. I think they have been a huge storyline for this win.
Or you can win it 4-0 too.
Well, there you go.
Malay behind the net.
And Richard, you know, he's had some grade A chances against him, and he's had to do what he's had to do. He's played a good game as well.
Savoie. Dumped in, over the net, bounces off the top of the boards. Richard plays it. Dying seconds of the third now. Under a minute from 36-0. Corbet racing for the puck against A.J. Cook. Barnes. Timken. Shot blocked by Kammerer. Corbet flips it up. Behind the net, Barnes. Final 20 seconds.
Give credit to Brock. I mean, about 4 minutes or 5 minutes ago, this game was close, 2-0. They did an exceptional job from the second period on, limiting this UNB team.
And they're just going to wait it out. It's 36-0 for the UNB Reds. They advance to the semifinals at the Men's U Sports Hockey Championship in 2024. Great game by the Reds, Matt.
I mean, we've been saying it all game. The best team in the country shows up once again, 36-0. They're looking for the perfect season, Curtis.
Yeah, and they are one step closer with that. 33% of the way in this tournament to defending their title. We will be back very shortly with post-game, but for now, you're watching U Sports on CBC.
Ça se regarde en direct. Soyez au cœur de l'action avec les web diffusions en direct d'événements sportifs.
Welcome back inside the Mattamy Athletic Centre. The game has ended between the Brock Badgers and the UNB Reds, with the Reds coming out with a dominant 4-0 victory. Now it's time for the post-game ceremonies. Curtis Coleman and Matt Smith here. And Matt, like I said, it was just dominance for UNB.
I mean, from the offense to the defense, from Richard doing what he had to do to win this game. I mean, for Brock, it must be so frustrating when you can't get anything going, when a six-man unit defensively is pressuring you and you're passing to nobody, you can't find your teammates, and then you got to go the other end and defend for a minute in your own zone against a potent offense. It was very difficult for Brock to get things going. It was very clear on the ice.
Yeah, as we take a look at the game story now, a lot of highlights probably for the Reds.
Yeah, you could say that, Curtis. From the first to the third period, action-packed for the Reds. I mean, the first period was their best period, clearly. They dominated. They had maybe all 20 minutes in the Brock defensive zone. The offense was there. You didn't really see much from the defense. The offense was able to cycle the puck down low, move it around really well. The players, the chemistry is just so evident on the ice. I mean, they know they don't have to look up to see where their teammates are. They know already where they're going to be when they're passing the puck. And then when you get to the second period, Curtis, now Brock was starting to get things going defensively, starting to figure out, okay, this is what we have to do to try and limit them. They did a good job limiting them in the slot. Then the point shot started to come, but Brock still had trouble trying to find that offense.
Yeah, 2-0 through 2 periods. The Reds advanced to the semis. Third period, Brock was trying to get some kind of pressure.
And in the third period, sorry, Curtis, but in the third period, then the defensive unit shows up. When Brock started to get things going in the offensive zone, they were getting stomped by a defensive unit that was pressuring them behind the net. They were just following them all around the ice. And then that was forcing Brock to, make some mistakes, passing it to the other team, missing their teammates on the tape. Very frustrating to watch as a Brock fan, you could say, for the Brock coaching staff. But once again, you're going against not any typical team. 11 scorers with 20 points, 4 of them in the top 10 scoring in the country. I mean, this is a stacked UNB Reds team.
And Connor Unger named player of the game for the Brock Badgers. Very well deserved.
Absolutely. He stood on his head. I mean, this game could have been 8-0, 7-0 for the chances that we saw from UNB. He did amazing, tried to keep his team in. Unfortunately, his team just couldn't answer offensively. And for UNB, Corbeil, 2 goals on the night. But you could have named any forward there the player of the game, just the way that the offense looked. All 4 lines, every offensive player played a great game.
Every player on the ice for UNB played at a great level, and that's why they came out with a dominant 4-0 victory. And they will advance to the semis. Oh, their quest to go perfect continues with 36 wins now in a row.
36 wins, you said it. I mean, just hearing that 36-0 is remarkable. And they're going to have to go ahead against 2 tough teams in the Calgary Dinos and TMU. I mean, they face a great Brock team. It's not over. It only gets harder now for UNB going into the semis as we take a look at the stats of the game. 45 shots here for UNB, just 1 over their average. Just 44 is their average. They got 45 for Brock, as you can see. Only was able to get 12. That's credit to the defensive unit. And the power plays, they got 3 opportunities, Curtis, to no avail.
Yeah, it was a very dominant penalty kill for UNB. Looked like they didn't feel pressured at all, and I think part of that is just the amount of experience they have.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a dynasty, right? Like, this is a program, a curriculum that any player that comes in is going to learn how to play UNB Red hockey, and it showed on the ice. I mean, whether you're a rookie, a second year, a third year, everyone is playing on the same level of experience. It seemed like you can't tell them apart. And so for me, it was remarkable to watch as a spectator, as a commentator, to see a team like that go down. And I'll be here lucky enough to tell my children one day to say, hey, you'll never see a hockey team like that ever again.
Exactly. And for Matt Smith and the rest of our team here, this has been the 2024 U Sports Men's Hockey Championship quarterfinal on CBC. Thank you for joining us.
Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport. Veraburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Bering, exclusive supplier of U-Sports championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues des championnats U-Sport.